After a sleepless night and with the butterflies in my stomach, here we go for the first lap of the TT.
Alex George on the Yamaha and Mick Grant on the Kawasaki. And away they go, side by side. A wheelie from Mick Grant, and Mick Grant takes the lead from Alex George as they leave us. Now number 11, George Fogarty.
We're now approaching the top of Bray Hill, and it's just like dropping off the edge of a cliff. You're almost going down here as if free fall. You go down in the right-hand gutter, and although we're touching in the bottom something like about 140 miles an hour, it looks absolutely impossible. You must clip the grate on the right-hand side into the bottom now, up the other side, and there's a jump, up the jump, the front wheel comes up in the air, up into fourth gear, another jump there, and now we're just waiting for the approach to Quarter Bridge. On the first lap, there's a lot of fuel about, and it can be very dangerous.
Going into Quarter Bridge, if you make a mistake, the crowds very often know before we do, and it's like a party in the Red Sea.
This is first gear, round the corner, missing the roundabout, and accelerating now as hard as we can up towards Braddon Bridge.
And then onto the very fast approach to Glenvine. We're now on the fastest stretch of the course, through to Ballacrane and leading on to Ballaspur, and near the wind noise is very apparent through the helmet.
Accelerating away from Ballacrane into Ballaspur, very sharp left-hand corner. As we come down the hill now, through a series of right-hand corners, the trick here is to tread up the box at about 8,000 RPM over Ballock Bridge, and you must straight line this. Down 2 gears, in the middle of the road, try to stay on the white line, and then as you're coming out, ease the bike towards the left. Go a little bit quicker. Level the gear for it. In the middle of the road, the bike drifts to the left coming out, very close to the wall. It's now flat out to the garage, about a quarter of a mile further on. We should approach it now very fast on the extreme right-hand side of the road, down 2 gears, and let the bike just float round in the middle, trying to get into the left-hand side, coming just over halfway around it. We now got the Glen Helen Hotel in our sights, down another one, into second, round the long left-hander up past the Glen Helen pub, approaching Sarah's Cottage, absolutely flat in third, braking very hard, and the right-hand corner here is a lot, you've got to take it a lot slower than it looks.
I once brought down at Glen Helen, went into the pub with 10 pence and came out drunk. The fans wouldn't stop buying me drinks, and of course I couldn't refuse. After the bumps of Cronky comes Bagara Crossroads, a very difficult and fast corner, but very satisfying if you get it right.
In top gear, lock it off, use the 6 speed across road, down 1 cog on a big 4-stroke, and took into the left-hand corner very early, just before the bottom, down a cog, right through the bottom there, around about 140 miles an hour.
As we go through Kirkmichael, the machine noise bounces off the buildings and intensifies the feeling for speed as we go through to Rencullen.
And we're now on a very fast approach to Ballack Bridge. As we're approaching Ballack, we're going to be braking just about on the 30 mile an hour side. Braking perfectly straight down the right-hand side of the road. And then at the very last minute, flick the bike towards the bridge and up over the bridge, not too high, and accelerating away out the other side.
Next comes Quarry Bends, then Silby Straight, the most uncomfortable part of the circuit, quickly followed by Ginger Hall and then on to Milltown.
Milltown Cottage now, in top gear, come up to the first right-hander, onto the bank on the right-hand side, keeping to the right-hand side for the next left-hander. It's very bumpy here, in fourth gear at this stage. Milltown proper now, is right-hander, clipping the bank on the right, and then coming out, clipping the curb on the left. You see on the left-hand side of the road now, up the black and white curbstones, over a bridge with the front wheel comes off the floor, and as soon as the wheel lands, crank it over hard to the right.
I well remember Parliament Square. Back in 1973 I got a minute and a half lead and I've tossed the bike down the road in a patch of oil and it cost me £1,000. And of course if you don't fall off it's on up to May Hill.
Possibly the most corner on the circuit. Third gear on the exit from it because the road's very bumpy and the engine at 10 to mount as the back wheel leaves the floor. And a straight line to Ramsey hairpin. In tight at the hairpin, first gear, accelerate out as quick as you can out. The big 4-stroke comes through there without the clutch. Uphill now, very, very bumpy. Gentle with the throttle on the right-hander on the approach to the waterworks. Going very quickly now, round the left-hander on the approach to the gooseneck. Down the gearbox, very hard to stop for this one. Right up the inside of the corner. One of people always here. Accelerated fast, first, second, third. And away up the mountain.
On now to the highest point at Brandywell, before the swoop down the mountain to Kate's cottage.
Approaching the crag now, very fast. The funny thing about this particular corner, there's always a damp patch in the road. There must be a spring up in the middle of it.
From the crag down to Brandish is the fastest part of the course, and I've been clocked down here at 190 miles an hour. After Brandish, we're on the final run to home, and it's more important than ever here that we have a high level of concentration, as it would be silly to make a mistake at this stage.
Braking very hard on the right hand side of the corner, into it, round, accelerate again as quick as you can on the long downhill approach to Hilbury. It's a lot quicker than it looks. Now approaching Crompton Corner, it's a left-hand corner shaped like a threatening bit. You start taking it one big sweep, and there's fantastic sensation around this as the road seems to move from side to side as you go around it. Braking hard now on the right left-hand side of the road, the signpost corner, your second gear. Accelerate out of it, up into third, knock it off early, just let the mic run through it as gentle as possible. Accelerate away again, into third, down for the nut. Round the very tight right-hander, into the governor's dip, slipping the clutch then, accelerating, through the left.